Hi, welcome to Arkintel. You're online, casually browsing. A hoodie pops up for $6. A phone case? $1.49. Earbuds that promise crystal clear sound for less than your morning coffee. You click buy now without hesitation. Why wouldn't you? It's quick, it's cheap, it feels like a win. But here's the question almost no one asks. Why is it so cheap? Because the truth is, when prices seem impossibly low, they usually are. Not because of innovation, not because of efficiency, but because the real cost has been pushed out of sight, off the balance sheet, outsourced across oceans, buried in communities you will never visit. That $6 hoodie, it doesn't just represent cotton and thread. It carries the cost of toxic rivers, sweatshop labor, chemical runoff, and landfills stacked to the sky. And yet, none of it shows up on the receipt. The point I'm trying to make is that we've built a system that makes overconsumption feel normal, even smart. But someone, somewhere, is paying the price. And eventually, so will we. The fashion industry is in overdrive. The average person today buys 60% more clothes than they did 15 years ago, but wears each item for only half as long. That means more production, more waste, and more pressure on the people making it all happen. Global clothing production now exceeds 80 billion garments per year. At the same time, nearly 92 million tons of textiles are thrown out annually. A lot of it ends up in landfills, but a large portion, particularly from donation bins in wealthier countries, is shipped to nations like Ghana, Chile, and Kenya. To meet demand, many clothing brands operate on razor-thin margins, and they cut costs where it's easiest: labor. In countries like Bangladesh or Ethiopia, garment workers often earn less than $100 per month, sewing clothes for 12 to 14 hours a day in unsafe, unregulated factories. In 2013, the Rana Plaza factory collapsed, killing over 1,100 workers in Dhaka. They were making clothes for major Western retailers, for people who just wanted a deal. And it's not just about the labor. Textile dyeing is the second largest polluter of water globally. Rivers in garment-producing regions run blue or black with chemical runoff. Entire ecosystems are poisoned, just so consumers elsewhere can chase the next trend. When a shirt costs less than a cup of coffee, you have to ask, who's covering the difference? Now, let's shift from your wardrobe to your desk drawer. Every year, humanity throws away over 62 million metric tons of electronic waste. And that number's rising fast. Phones, tablets, laptops, headphones, anything with a battery or screen. Only around 22% of that is properly recycled. The rest, it ends up in landfills or worse, dumped in countries with weak regulations. In Ghana's Egblog Blushie, one of the world's largest e-waste dumps, children burn cables and smash screens to extract tiny bits of copper or gold. They do it without gloves, without masks, breathing in clouds of lead and mercury. It's dangerous, it's illegal, but it's one of the only ways to survive. And here's the kicker: the e-waste we casually discard contains over $60 billion worth of recoverable materials every year. That's more than the GDP of many countries. But we waste it. Why? Because we've been trained to treat electronics like fashion, disposable, not durable. Try repairing your cell phone. It's not just hard, it's often impossible. Batteries are glued shut, parts are locked behind software restrictions. Apple, Samsung, and others have fought right to repair laws for years, not because it's not feasible, but because it's not profitable. Planned obsolescence isn't a conspiracy, it's a strategy. From phones to furniture, most modern products are designed for one thing: a short lifespan. It's not just that things wear out, it's that they are meant to. A washing machine that breaks down in 5 years, a printer that stops working after a set number of pages, a toaster that costs more to repair than replace. This is the heart of the planned obsolescence, engineering failure into products so customers are forced to rebuy. And it works. Globally, waste is projected to increase by 70% between 2016 and 2050. That's not just plastic bags and food wrappers. It's billions of tons of complex, hazardous waste, and the infrastructure can't keep up. Landfills are overflowing. Recycling systems are buckling. Microplastics are showing up in rainwater, placentas, and even the bloodstream of newborns. We have literally filled the world with trash, and we are running out of places to hide it. At some point, a question becomes unavoidable. Is this the best we can do? The good news? There's another way. It's called the circular economy, and it's not just a buzzword. It's a complete rethinking of how we design, use, and dispose of products. Instead of take, make, throw away, the circular economy is about designing for reuse, repair, and regeneration. It's about building things that last and keeping materials in circulation for as long as possible. And it's already happening. The European Union is introducing product passports, digital records for every item, showing where it came from, what it's made of, and how to repair or recycle it. France now requires repairability scores on electronics, so buyers can see upfront how difficult it will be to fix. Companies are responding. Fairphone makes modular smartphones that can be upgraded with a screwdriver. IKEA is running buyback programs and reselling used furniture. Patagonia repairs gear for free and even encourages customers to buy secondhand. Meanwhile, right to repair laws are gaining momentum globally. The US, EU, and India are already considering rules that force companies to provide spare parts, manuals, and open access to repairs. These changes are powerful, but they are only beginning. Let's be honest, we all love a good deal. It feels smart, efficient, but in a globalized system, cheap for you almost always means expensive for someone else. It might be a garment worker in Dhaka, a child dismantling a smartphone in Accra, a fisherman whose river has turned black, or a future generation asking why we left them a planet drowning in waste. We've been sold the illusion that more is better, that cheaper is smarter, that disposability is normal, but it's not. And if we keep pretending it is, the true cost won't just show up in supply chains or labor reports. It will show up in rising temperatures, in poisoned ecosystems, in collapsing trust. So next time you're about to hit buy now, pause. Ask yourself, who really pays for this? Because one day, the bill always comes due. If you found this video insightful, make sure to check out how close are we to 100% clean energy. In this video, we cover why the world still relies on fossil fuels, the storage and infrastructure roadblocks holding renewables back, and what it will take to truly transition to clean energy. Click the video to watch now.